This video is a feature summary of an add-on for the open source HR software OrangeHRM. Maintaining organizational charts by hand takes a lot of time, especially if there is a lot of turnover or office moves. The purpose of this add-on is to create accurate general-purpose charts in real time. They are excellent for finding specific employees or getting a general snapshot of the organization to external partners or new employees. A good example of this would be a nonprofit group working with auditors or grantors or regulators, something like that, where people come in just for a little bit. They need to know everything, and they don't really have a lot of time to go through that. The charts look like this. We have, a title. We have the tree. It's currently collapsed. And then we have a toolbar. Now this toolbar doesn't print whenever you send this to the printer. This is mostly for working on the presentation. If you were to print this or send it to a PDF or just browse, whatever makes it easier. Now, first of all, I'd like to point out this link to subcharts. Basically, the charts, it's simply a relational tree that goes off of the direct reports and it puts them on the chart. If somebody doesn't report to someone, they actually don't show up here. But there is a report that is packaged with this software that'll tell you who is currently disconnected. So I'm going to switch this on, and let's start with Leroya Anderson, our Chief Financial Officer. All I do is simply click on her, and we have a new chart. This one was less than 200 nodes, so it's expanded by default. But let me collapse it to show you this search feature. So we actually have collapse all, expand all, unselect all, and more options, and I'll get to those in a sec. But let's collapse all and search for somebody called Joshua. Search for Joshua, and you can see that it only expanded the nodes leading up to Joshua, so we only care about him for now. If I expand this, you can see that there's our IT department. So change title, this is almost strictly for printing, but it's actually useful for other things also. I'll show you here in a minute. So this is Joshua, IT boss. Alright, so now if I was to print it, it'll display that way. And this actually takes HTML markup to allow you a little bit more flexibility. Okay, so, and here's a collapse all, here's an expand all. That's what happens. Joshua's still selected, so I could unselect him by clicking that. Now, these additional options, so we have a couple categories. We have colors, layout, spacing, miscellaneous. Colors, and you could add additional ones. This software is written in PHP, JavaScript, and VML. If you have a developer on hand, they could make short work of this thing. So, red, green, blue. And here's a style, so we could switch to gradient. Looks kind of fancy. Also, there's like node colors, level colors. If I go to level colors, you see how everything is one tone. Level colors, the further down you go, the lighter the color gets. So we have some orientations depending on what you prefer. Here's it's essentially upside down. Right to left, left to right, and this it's of course the root node there. Let's switch it back to top. So the type of link, we have Bezier or Manhattan. So node alignment, it's basically the position of the text inside the node. So we have spacing, we have branch spacing, difference between the branches in the tree. We have level spacing. Let's see what happens there. And of course we have sibling separation. So depending on what you're trying to achieve, you could use that. Now let me collapse just a couple nodes so it's not quite off the screen here. Alright, so uh, the last section is the miscellaneous. So we have a select mode. A single mode essentially means when you select a specific person, it selects only them. So if I go to king, you can't have multiple selections basically. And if I switch to multiple, I can select king, and I could also select Joshua, and I could select Callie. Alright. So this basically creates a group. We have several people selected, and if I was wanting to print this off, so this is going to be, our star team, and give them their titles or something like that. Got a new title. I go to print preview, and we have a beautiful looking chart. Okay, so and the last one actually can be implemented if you like. Basically, what this does is it searches by the node contents or metadata that is attached to the node, but it's not visible. It's not. I'm not enabling that right now, so on this specific chart, so I can't really show an example of that. Oh, one final note is whenever I clicked Leroya earlier, see, it changed the link here. It parameterized the link, and these parameters are all listed in the documentation that comes packaged with the software. But basically, it says root equals 291. That's the ID, employee ID. So it says start here and go down. We have depth is 100. Suppose I only wanted to show Leroya and her direct reports, or actually, her direct reports and their direct reports. So I do 2, and the last part is actually a title. It takes some markup here. Just remember that it needs to be escaped for things like ampersands and so on. So I could actually do a custom title. And what this did was simply redrew the chart, but didn't include any of, just went 2 levels down. Now, the reason these URLs are useful is if you have an intranet page and you'd like to publish certain departments to that page to be accessible by everyone, you create these charts and you put them in there, and if the direct reports change, they're automatically updated. Of course, the charts would be broken if Leroya leaves or is terminated or is deleted because that node doesn't exist anymore. But all you'd have to do is update the new employee ID, and your charts are good to go. I created a sandbox environment, and there's a link on my YouTube channel also, but it's hrm.bliskavka.com/charts is where I'm at now. But there isn't any password or anything, so you could go in there and play with some of the settings and see if this is right for you. Also, in the spirit of open source, this add-on was written in PHP, JavaScript, and VML. There's no binaries or anything like that. And once you purchase the software, you could build on top of it to suit your needs or make modifications, or hire a developer to do it. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions on my YouTube channel, or there will be additional links to pages. And thank you for watching this video.